Hey everyone, Michelle here from Scrappy Soul Sister, and I am here with you today with a process video using this Chasing Sunsets cut file from Peartree Cutfiles. Now this is part of their July release, and I just love it. And I am going to use it with some pictures of my friend Misty and her husband Tom. They're in Hawaii, obviously a sunset picture. Some things that I have not decided yet. I really like this paper. This is Heidi Swap. And which collection is this? Set Sail. That's right. But I also have this paper still from Vicky Booten. This is part of the Where to Next, and those yellows match really well. So I have cut off part of this paper. I must have used the other side, but I can figure that part out. So yeah, a couple decisions I need to make, and then with the cut file, I might, instead of backing it, I might cut it 3 or 4 times, and then just so it has feels more like chipboard. It has some thickness, and so then it holds up really well if I don't back it. So that's kind of some of the things I'm thinking about, and so I'll take a look through. I know I have lots of Where to Next. I don't think I have really anything from this collection, but they might work together pretty well. So let's see what we come up with.
All right, so here I am layering up my cut file so it kind of will cast some shadow on my layout. Now, full disclosure, it's been about a month. I've released this layout on my other social media. I'm just really behind on some of my videos, and so I'm glad to be able to get back to this and get it up on my channel. I've torn some of that paper, and I've also by this point seen a video from my friend Tisa, and this becomes a bit of a scrap lift. And so at the beginning of the video, I posted Tisa's picture because I really like how she takes a film strip across the center of her layout, and that is what I am going to emulate here. So I am tearing these pieces and I am inking them with Salty Ocean and adhering them so that some of the white shows, so it kind of looks like cresting waves. And so I really like all that so far. But about now is, yeah, when I've seen her video and I thought, I'm going to steal that little piece. And so I'm going to go ahead and adhere the top of my pattern paper to this white background, and I'm going to take this film strip across the horizon line. And so, of course, I'm doing it. I messed it up, but I just worked through it. And so my advice, if you're going to do something like this, be very careful. But I get it down there. Yeah, and so I really like um, the black accent that it adds, since these are sunset pictures. There is a bit of shadow, and so it feels like it works well with these pictures. So I am taking a look at how I want to mat them. I believe I just keep them on white. And then I am just going to stack them there on the film strip. I take a look at a couple different orientations, but I am going to stack them vertically. And now I'm going to take a look at some embellishments. And so, like I said, I didn't really have any embellishments from this Let's Sail collection by Heidi Swap. I have some vellum embossed flowers in my stash that I've made for previous layouts. So I take a look at those. And then I take a look at some of the floral elements from Where to Next, and most of my embellishments are going to come from the Where to Next collection. I am going to keep some of these vellum flowers, but this next bit of the video is really just showing you some of the selection process. I am going to add some pieces. Oh, first, I know where my title is going to go, so I'm going to go ahead and adhere that. I'm using my Sweet Petunia glue gun with just the fine nozzle bottle to adhere my title. And then I'm going to start going through some embellishments. And so I take a look at a variety of things. Uh, as far as matting up my photos, I can't remember if I put them both up on Fun foam, I think I do, yeah. Just since I'm not really sure what I'm doing embellishment wise yet, that gives me some room to tuck some things under. And now I'm going to start looking at some embellishments. And so there's some different florals that come in the collection and I take a look at a couple different colors. I believe I stick primarily with the pinks and oranges to kind of match the color in the sand and in the pictures, as well as, that film strip has a kind of peachy hue with the black. Take a look at that palm tree. And the sign, but that's feeling like a lot, but this is pretty typical of my process. I don't really take much away unless I'm absolutely sure it's going in the wrong direction. And right now I'm not sure what direction I'm going to go in. So I'm just going to add a lot of things and kind of look at it together to decide which I like best. Now, this Where to Next collection, has a bunch of the papery, so much to choose from. It's almost overwhelming, but I persevere. And so um, adding, subtracting, and I'm getting close, I think, to making some final decisions because I see I'm starting to adhere some flowers. I have taken away anything that isn't that pink and orange. So if it has any um, leaves attached to it, then I am cutting those off. I'm going to keep this little sign. Um, and the meet me at the seaside. I'm going to surround it with flowers. And yeah, just making some final decisions as far as where I want some of those flowers. Going to add just a little bit of enhancement to that bottom photo. And I think I'm pretty close with that bottom um, cluster. So I'm going to take a look up at the top. I'm going to keep that pink tag and a lot of the flowers. I'm just going to tear off the bottom of my tag because it's just a little too big. Then it's just as easy just to tear it off because I know I'm going to uh, cover the bottom edges pretty easily. And I am going to use an orange floss to tie off that tag here at some point. I really like this little postage stamp, has very similar colors to what I'm using in my layout. And yeah, the embellishment piece of this layout is pretty simple. And so taking a look, the only main thing I have left is like what type of word strips or um, layering piece I want to use. Um, I do like to have my florals hanging off the edge. So I have cut off the pieces that would interfere if you were putting this into a page protector. And now I'm looking at my word sentiments and I go bold. And so, because there is black obviously in the layout, but it felt like the lighter colors were just blending in, maybe a little too much. And so I go with these black ones. So, yeah. So be sure to check out Tisa's video. I will leave the notes in the description. I will also leave the link for this Chasing Sunsets pear tree cut file. It is so cute and easy to use. And thank you for watching my video. If you like or subscribe, I would certainly appreciate it. Right now, I'm just doing some splatters. That will be my last step. So thank you for hanging out with me. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you on my next one. So everyone have a great day. And again, here are some close-ups.